Hello once
again.
This livecast has been powered by Zim DITV News, a division of Sly Media Productions, specialists in social media streaming and in-house TV productions. This livecast.
Hello once again, welcome to your weekly program Talking Technology. Remember, this is a program that discusses the latest technological advancements and updates, editions or whatever that take place in the technological world. My name is Justin Mahlahla. We are streaming live on our Facebook page ZimDITV. We want to welcome all of you who are watching us right here at home in Zimbabwe, Harare, or all over the country, and also those of you who have joined us from the diaspora, from South Africa, from Namibia, from Kenya, Zimbabweans in Uganda, across the globe, in Australia, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, the United States of America, wherever you are, China and Japan. We want to say welcome. This is your program Talking Technology. Our guest, unfortunately for today, he couldn't make it on time. We are still anticipating that he will join us as we go ahead with the program, but all the same, we will continue with our look at the latest in technology. However, taking a cue from what we discussed last week rather, we are going to continue a little bit along those lines of social media. Today, we are going to dig deeper and look at how best we can make sure that we are safe online. How many times do you log on to the internet, whether it's on a daily basis or it's a weekly basis or it's in a year or a month? How many times do you log off when you have logged in your social media pages? That's what exactly we are going to be looking at today on Talking Technology. I'm going just to run through quite some basics on how we can make ourselves safe and secure on the internet. You see, the danger here is that most of us forget that the internet has become a door into our privacy. The internet has become has made us all into this global village where we can share information, whether we do it randomly or whether it's planned. But whatever we share on the internet, it exposes us to the public. It makes strangers, friends or family know more about us each day. So this is what we are going to be looking at today. I'm going to take us through a few points on how we can make sure that whatever we post on the internet, we know exactly what we are doing and we are prepared for the consequences. So the tips that I have, of course, I fished these from the internet. You know, they're just basics, but I believe they are going to help us. The basics that will take us through making sure that the information we share, the information we receive, or what we post is exactly what we want it to be and means what it's supposed to be meaning. Now, the first important effect here is, remember that the internet is permanent. You see, most of you, when you go on a rant on the internet, when you start fights on the internet, or when you try to get dates on the internet, you forget that the internet is actually permanent. Whatever is posted on the internet goes on to be stored on servers that you don't even know exist, or where they exist, or where they are kept. Every little byte of information that you post on the internet is actually kept on those servers. You remember at some point we had news that the Yahoo servers were hacked, and a number of prominent people's information, privacy, was exposed to the public. We have had these also with Facebook. We have had with quite a number of social media platforms that were hacked. You know, hackers will always be there. They thrive on hacking. So this is important for you to know wherever you are, whether you are posting to people here in Zimbabwe, or you are posting from Zimbabwe to the outside world, or you're sharing amongst your own friends. Remember, what we post on Facebook, what we post on our Twitter accounts, or what we share through our WhatsApp accounts. I know people will say, governments don't have the technology yet to tap into what you post because it's actually encrypted rather, but at some point you should know that whatever you send, whether you delete it on your mobile phone or on your laptop or on your tablet, at some point it is being stored somewhere. So remember that the internet is permanent. Assume that once you put information on site, it stays there forever. Some of you will say, well, I deleted the account, I disabled the account, or I changed my password, or I did this and that. But, there are people out there, the hackers I talked about, and people whose business is to expose what is hidden. After all, there's nothing really that is hidden that will never be exposed. And point number 2 is be selective when accepting a friend. Well, I personally would admit that I have a challenge in that regard. Whenever I see a friend request on my Facebook page, I simply go click and accept. Somehow thinking that wherever or whoever that person is that is trying to ask to request for a friendship from me is a genuine person who just wants friendship online. So, but there's risk involved in that, in simply accepting random people, as friends, because you don't know the intentions that those people have. We have cases. I know maybe back home here in Zimbabwe, it's not that popular. It's not a very prevalent scenario where we have stalkers, where we have people who actually follow people. They trace their addresses, they trace their location, physical locations through their Facebook pages, whatever they post. When you post, when you go out to a wedding, you post I've been to this wedding. When you go out with friends, you post I'm enjoying this with friends. So much that we post even including our locations, what we are doing at that particular time. There are people who could be actually, trying to trace where a particular person is at a particular time. Those are stalkers. They stalk people for various reasons. Some for murder, some for rape, some, they want to commit robbery. So they try to locate where you are at a particular time so that they can have time to visit your home in your absence. So this is also very, very important. When we accept people as friends, we need to know who exactly are we letting into our lives and who are we letting into our privacy. This is very important. With this craze of social media, people have become friends in seconds. You connect with somebody across the globe in a second, and automatically you have become friends, you have become connected, you begin to talk, you actually let them into your life, you tell them your deepest secrets, you tell them about your past relationships, you tell them about your plans, you tell them where you are going to university, you tell them how many children you have had or how many children you have, you tell them the name of your spouse, the name of your dog, you tell them the name of your primary school teacher. When people read into all that information, they begin to dig. Some will actually begin to create dossiers about you. When they want to come and rob you, they know where you are at a particular time. So they study you, they have a pattern about your lifestyle. It's very important who you let into your circle. So this is very important. Be selective when accepting a friend. Do you really know that their profile is real or it's fake? Only friend people in the real world. We have had so many issues that have to do with fake accounts. You see somebody, I've received such requests from fake people. One very scary though was from a member of the Illuminati. And they actually invited me to join their page, to like their page, and to just send a message to them, and automatically I would begin to receive millions of dollars. Such are the temptations that come with social media. You don't know what you'll be exposing yourself to through the people that you accept as friends. Point number 3. Exercise caution when clicking on links, even if they are from your friends or from people that are within your circle. Hackers prey on social networks because you are more likely to click on something from your friends. You see, this is the danger that we have become exposed to with social media. You think you know somebody, until you discover that they were actually leading you to a path of destruction, or they are actually leading you to these scams that have been prevalent online. We've got so much of them coming from, somebody received a text just recently congratulating them, on winning something from the United Nations, about $563 million from the United Nations. And you begin to wonder, when did the UN start giving out money just like that? But when you receive such links or such messages from friends, whether it's through your email or it's through your Facebook page, sometimes it doesn't strike you that you really need to do a background check into where that link is coming from. And you simply click because you're excited, or I have seen people who are not that much exposed to technology. When they receive such messages, they actually they begin to forward to their friends and say, really, can you look at this? I've won $1 million from this lotto company, and I'm just going to post and give them my addresses. Because when you click on the link, they will ask you all sorts of questions that will actually make you believe that it's authentic, it's genuine. But be very careful. I know most of us have these experiences. We know what to do. But for those of you who think you can win money just like that, you need to think again. If you didn't bet, if you didn't play in any game, you can't just win just like that. Okay, I'm just going to take a short break. When we return, we'll look at other points that will help us to safeguard our information online, to make sure that what we post online, what we do with our time, and the content, the messages that we post online, the kind of friends that we make online, the circles that we create online, the networks that we join, the groups that we join on WhatsApp are genuine and they really help us. So stay with us. We'll be back.
Akauya kuhope zangu ndirere zvikanzi nini ndandatsoka ndiri kubva kuchoni asi handichafemi handichanzwi handichaoni handichagoni kutaura nemi rufu murayiro waMwari asi hazvisi nyore kufira kana kufirwa mudiaspora. Asika regai kupa hama neshamwari mitoro yekuzopera. VeZimNet Life Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan vanoti gara wakagadzirira semusoja nekuti hauzivi musununguri. NeDiaspora Funeral Cash Plan cover inosvika up to $20,000 iva mugamba ugovigwawo segamba. Vabatei padiasporafuneralcashplan.com or WhatsApp number unoswera wava nekava nhasi chai.
Welcome back. You're watching Talking Technology. I am your host, Justin Mahlahla. We continue with our look at how best we can safeguard ourselves when we are online. You see, it's very important that when you log on to the internet, whether you're on your mobile phone or on your desktop or it's a laptop or whatever gadget that you're using, you need to know that you're among people and you are safe among them. You see, there's nothing as scary as, as throwing yourself amongst wolves. You need really to know that you are safe. Whatever you're posting, whatever you're sharing with people will not come back and haunt you at some point in your life. So we continue with our look at how best we can safeguard ourselves. Point number 4 is manage your privacy settings. You see, the advantage with most of these social media platforms is that they've got these security settings. I know most of us, we never take our time to really get to know, to acquaint ourselves with what exactly are the features that are on Facebook, what exactly are the security features that are on Twitter, the security features that are on Instagram. The advantage rather with most of these is whenever you log in, they will actually, when you create your profile, they will ask you whether you want your account to be public, whether you want people when they request for friendships to automatically link up with you, or you need to give them permission first. Twitter has that, Instagram has that, Facebook has that. And they also ask you on their security settings and features whether when you post something on the internet, you want it to appear automatically to everyone and anyone connected with whoever is your friend. Or you want that information, the little bit of information you share, just to be seen by your closest friends, those who are in your circle. So these are the security features that you, as a social media user, need to acquaint yourself with, so that you don't make a mistake to post a photo of yourself that you thought was private, or that you thought was only meant for your family. You find it's now actually trending on Twitter. Or you find your very private, bedroom photo. Some of you are that naughty, I know. But, whatever it is that you do, you need to make sure you know what you are posting on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. You never know where it will end. So it's very important that you manage your privacy settings. Even if you are only posting to your friends or to your wife or to your husband, you need to make sure that you are sharing information that you know you are sharing, and you know how far it will go. But you also need on a regular basis to check your privacy settings. You need to be sure, because when hackers manage to hack into your account, you don't know what they will change. You have seen posts on Facebook, for example. I've seen people who try to do damage control when somebody hacks into their account. Or there's that mistake when you go to an internet cafe, you log into the internet, you use your Facebook, you are there, you're chatting with friends, something happens, you forget to log out. Some of you remember Shingi last week, our guest. He actually, he said it, that when people are in these internet cafes, they forget that they are not at home. They are not using their personal gadgets. They think closing the page is logging off. It's not logging off. When you close the page, there's a cache that contains your information, your username, and your password. That cache of information can still be manipulated by the next person when they come and they refresh the page. Or they can actually go and dig up your passwords. They can use your profile, whether to spread slander, malice, whether to start a hell lot of evil things using your account. And so I've seen people who then the next morning they find their account was hacked. They try to post an apology. I'm sorry, that was not me, my account was hacked, and so forth. Sometimes it's not that this hacker was very smart, but it's because you would have left your account unclosed. You need to close your account, not just the page. Close the account by logging off. Just like when you leave office after a hard day's work, you lock your doors. That's what you need to do with your social media account. So it's very important that you log off and you make sure that whatever you have posted, it is you who have posted that information. Point number 5. Be aware of the fact that the information you share on one social network may be linked to another. For one, I have linked up my Twitter account with my Instagram account with my Facebook account. So at times what I post on Twitter is automatically posted on my Facebook account. So some of you probably need social media managers to make sure that you know what you post and did not intend to be on the other account does not go onto the other account. Sometimes when you post a photo, or you post a statement, or you retweet something and you quote it on your Twitter page, it's automatically posted on your Facebook page. Now, if you don't want that information to go on to be posted onto the other social media pages, you need to work out how best you restrict the linking of information from one social profile to the other. So it's also very important that you know how these accounts are linked. Sometimes you can just link them up without knowing what the implication will be. So you need to know what you are really doing with social media. The advantage though is whatever you do with your internet, it will always come back to you. Whether it's good stuff that you have posted, the good stuff will come back to you. Garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you do, it will also show that it is your account that did this. Okay, point number 6. Don't reveal personal information. This might sound rather vague because, when you create social media platforms or profiles, you want to share with people what is going on in your life, and you want people to know where you are. If you're on LinkedIn, for example, it's more or less of a professional social media platform where professionals share what they've achieved in their professions, what they're looking forward to. They share even the intricacies of their personal achievements through their curriculum vitae. And it's very important also for you to know that when you post your CV on LinkedIn and people are able to connect with you there on LinkedIn, they can actually see your date of birth, they can see your address, your driver's license numbers, they can see what you have achieved, your certificates, everything, because you'd have posted it there. So you also need to make sure that the kind of personal information that you are sharing on social media is exactly what you want people to see. If you don't want people to see it, don't share it. Be suspicious of anyone who asks for your personal information online. When we talk about personal information, we really need to know what the implications are when we just share personal information randomly without giving a thought to it. Sometimes people get too excited. You connect with a long lost friend who is based in South Africa via WhatsApp. You have joined this WhatsApp group and you go, oh, what are you doing these days? Yes, okay, I'm doing this now. I'm running a company, or I'm doing this. I'm employed by such and such an organization. This is what I'm doing now. I got married to this, you remember that beautiful girl? Yes, I got married finally, and we've got so many kids, and my kid is going to this way, and things like that, and things like that. You are already, letting them in to your private, personal life. Sometimes when people ask you for personal information online, you need to make a discretion. It's all up to you anyway, because it's your personal account. But you need to know who are you sharing your personal information with? By sharing personal information online, you are like opening up your doors and your windows. People will know all about you. I've seen people who, I know they're a bit skeptical about social media. They don't put their personal contact numbers on their Facebook pages. They don't put their addresses on their Facebook pages. They say nothing about their relationship status. They say nothing about where they stay or nothing about where they are working. Some do it simply for the reasons that they want to avoid people. They want to avoid being known or being discovered by some people. Okay. And some is maybe because they don't know that there is such kind, if you are maybe like me, I have nothing to fear, I have nothing to hide. I can always share about every exciting thing that happens in my life without worrying who is going to stalk me or who is going to haunt me or who is going to come after me. Okay, I am a bit blessed. I don't have exes who are going to come after me after all. I asked a friend sometime, why are you not on social media? Why are you not on Facebook? Why are you not on Twitter? Why are you not on WhatsApp? And they said, I've got so many exes. If I just go on social media, I know my life will be a living hell. That's just a reason. I know there's plenty of them that will make you try to hide information. But all the same, we are talking about how you can protect yourself. If hiding information will protect your life, then go ahead and do it. So when people ask about your personal information, they want you to share your home address, they want you to share your phone number, your social security number, and your other personal identifying information like your ID number, your passport number. You really need to be careful what are they onto, because you never know what they will use that information for. We have had people, I know some popular people in Zimbabwe, some out there, you have had, you can actually go onto Facebook and see a profile of yourself that you never created. But the person who is running that profile has all your information. There's probably no difference between you, the real profile, and the fake that was created. That's because maybe you shared too much information. So with this age of this digital age, the age of social media, we need to be very careful what we share on the internet. Don't give too much, but also don't give too little. Let people engage. Let people know about you. If there's somebody who has got goodwill about you, you never know how they will connect with you when they see the information that you share. But don't just give away information willy-nilly. Be stingy with your personal information. We'll take another short break. When we come back, we'll look at a few remaining points that will guide us and help us to make sure that when we log on to our Facebook pages, to our Twitter, when you log on to Instagram, or when you join a WhatsApp group, or when you create a WhatsApp profile, you really know what you are doing. You never know how far information will go. Stay with us.
Hello viewers, my name is Auntie Lucy. I am so excited to announce to you that we are going to be having a talk show live on Zim DI TV online. Tinenge tichibata nyaya dzemudzimba dzepabonde, marriages ari kuparara. Muri kuzviona kuti dzimba dzakawanda dziri kuparara. By way, kupi kunyange ingava diaspora. So many things are happening. Tiange tichitaura nyaya dzevanhu vasati vapinda mudzimba, tiange tichitaura nyaya dzemasingle mothers. So please, you have to subscribe to Zim DI TV online. You are not going to be disappointed.
Yo, what up? My name is Aldrich. I'm going to be your host for Zim Dancehall Unstoppable every Wednesday live on Zim DI TV. Subscribe, like, share, and make sure not to miss an episode because we're bringing the best of the best in Zim Dancehall as we get deep down and personal. See you on Wednesday.
Television, high definition.
Hello there, I'm Justin Matlatla, your host on your program Talking Technology. The program streams live to Facebook and other social media platforms. And on Talking Technology, we discuss the latest technological advancements, improvements, and updates. We invite into our studios in Harare technicians, experts, as well as sales representatives to discuss how technology impacts our lives, whether at home or at the workplace. Join me every Thursday at 5 p.m. on ZimDI TV.
Carol, and I'll be producing and presenting the exciting program On The Set. In this program, we get to talk to the who is who from the celebrities all around Zimbabwe and abroad. We aim to bridge the gap between celebrities and their fans and unveil an in-depth understanding of what makes them tick. Be sure to join us.
Welcome back. Remember, you are watching Talking Technology on ZimDI TV. We are streaming live on our Facebook page. We want to thank those of you who have made time to join us to watch this live streaming. Now, I just want to, I was reminded by my producer during the break that you find when people create fake accounts, whether it's a fake account of your organization or it's a fake account of yourself as a person, when you actually go on to create the genuine one, we have found quite a number of pages on Facebook or accounts on Twitter. They are, you actually are pained after the name. You have original, or you have genuine, or you have reloaded. This is because there is a fake account that is actually operating. God bless the person who is, taking their time to run that fake account, whoever they are. But then you have this genuine account that is trying to say, look, listen, I am the original person, I am the genuine person, I am the reloaded. That one was the fake one. So we have got a multiplicity of accounts that actually created to try and counter the fake that would have been created. And the sad news though is that usually the fake is louder than the genuine. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead with the remaining few tips on how to make sure that you are safe when you are online. My point number 7 says we are now getting deeper into the issue, and we are now going to look a bit technical, sound a bit technical in these last points. Turn off the GPS function on your smartphone camera. It's easy that when you switch on your phone, you want to take photos, you see the GPS function is switched on, because it actually shows when you share your photos, it tells you where you were when you took that picture. If you are connected to the internet 24/7, whatever you do, most of the activities that you do on your phone, whether you're on social media or you're taking photos, they actually also, when they're getting stored into your memory card or into your phone memory, they'll also keep the date, the time, and the location. So when people use this function on their mobile phones, they think it's okay just to let people know that I was in Victoria Falls. So when they post, it shows posted in Victoria Falls. Justin was in Victoria Falls, Justin was in Beijing, Justin was in Australia, in New Zealand, and they will love people to know that they have traveled or they are in this very exciting place under the sun. But sometimes posting such information about your whereabouts is not as wise as it would seem. So you also need to make sure that whenever you have enabled that functionality to enable the GPS function, you know what it is sending out to your friends, whether they are the actual friends that you grew up with or the friends that you have made through social media. Because the GPS function tells people exactly where you are when you post something on the internet. Point number 8, don't enable auto login. So people are a bit lazy at times, when they create their profiles particularly on their desktops. Some browsers would ask you, would you want to save this password? Would you want Windows to remember your password? And because you are lazy or you are forgetful, you have got a different password for your WhatsApp, for your Facebook. You have a different password for your Twitter account. You've got another password for your Instagram. So you think, well, whenever I type in www.facebook.com, I just want to log in automatically into my account. That might be a wise idea if you never share your gadget. If you do, you need to disable that remembering function. But whether you do share or you don't share, at some point I had my gadget stolen at home. My tablet was stolen, my wife's mobile phone was stolen, my laptop was stolen. So if I had logged on to all these pages and left them, left that functionality on, that it should just remember my passwords, who knows what would have happened with my social media profile. So it's very important that you disable the auto login function, whether it's on your mobile phone or it's on your desktop or it's a laptop or it's a tablet or iPad, whatever you're using. Make sure the auto login function is off. Every time you log on to your social media platform account, you need to manually input your password. It's safe that way. Okay, and also why we are saying you need to disable the auto login function is, you need to make sure that you don't have apps that automatically log you in, or you need to make sure that your browser does not ask you to enable it to remember your login and your password. If somebody accesses your devices, however they get access to them, they are not able to log in to your social media platforms. A personal social media page is that personal. You need to be in control of your social media platforms. You need to be in control of the content that you post on social media. Point number 9, change your passwords frequently. Change your passwords frequently. There's this tendency that, the password that you used when you were in grade 7, you used it in form 1, form 2, because you don't want to forget that the password to your Facebook page is the name of your dog. Even after the dog would have died, you still want to keep the dog's name as your password. But people, I said it earlier that when you link up with some people on social media, they'll ask you, so what is it that you like to do in life? What's your favorite pet? After all, we have these security questions that appear on our pages, whether it's on your Facebook or you're creating an email. They'll ask you the name of your favorite pet, then your mother's name, or where you grew up, your first car. If people know that the first car that Sylvester, my producer, loved was a Mazda 323, every time he creates a social media platform, he will type Mazda 323 as his password. And when I see him on Facebook and I see he loves the Mazda 323 so much, if at some point I want to hack into his account, I will start to think about the things that surround him, the things that make him, the things that he loves, the things that are on his heart. So I'll try to think, what could be the name of his wife? And if it fails, what could be the name of his pet? If I can't get that, what kind of car did he buy first? It was a Mazda 323. So if I try Mazda 323 and it logs me in, I'm in. So, you need to make sure that at some point you regularly change the passwords that you use, whether it's on your mobile phone, it's on your EcoCash account, or whether it's on your Telecash, whatever it is that whatever has a password that you use on a daily basis. It's your email, it's your Facebook page, your Twitter page, your Instagram. Regularly, you need to change. Do a changeover of all these passwords. We also need to choose hard to guess passwords that are at least 8 characters long and a combination of letters. Okay, this number varies. Some will advise you to choose 13 characters minimum. Some will say 20 characters minimum, depending whether you want to secure an internet server, or you want to secure a mobile phone, or it's a laptop that you want to lock up. But whatever it is, you need to choose a password that is generally alphanumeric. That means a password that includes both letters and digits as its characteristics. So you also need to play around with the letters. There's so much that you can do whenever you want to create a password that will be difficult to crack. Don't make it so easy for people to guess what your password will be. Some of us, you always choose the name of your wife as your password. If I know your wife's name, I know your password. That shouldn't be so. If I know your address, I know your password. That is very risky, very, very scary. You can get people, you are actually giving out information that easily to somebody who wants to rob your bank account, somebody who wants to take money out of your account without your knowledge. When you put your password as your address, your home address, or it's your child's name, or it's your spouse's name, all those are too simple to guess. Be creative. Think about something that will be difficult for you as the owner or the originator to decipher. And when you choose such kinds of passwords, make sure you store them somewhere that is very, very safe and secret. Put them up in a safe. Lock them up there. When you forget, you go open your safe. You find out, oh, this is my password for this and that, and then you are good to go. Okay, so your password should be at least a combination of letters, of numbers, symbols, and then you need to change them also regularly. Also make sure you use different passwords for each account. You can't use the same passcode to block your phone, to lock your phone. The same password for your EcoCash is the same password that you use for your Telecash account, is the same password that you use for your e-banking account, is the same password that you use. It doesn't work that way. If that person gets hold of just one digit or just one code, they know they are through. Okay, so we're going to take our final break. When we come back, we'll look at the last items on our list today. We still want to appreciate you for having joined us. It's been always a pleasure, sharing with you information regarding technology. We love you so much and we appreciate your support. Stay with us. We'll take a look at the questions and maybe come back in another program. Are we still able to do that now?
Hello viewers, my name is Auntie Lucy. I am so excited to announce to you that we are going to be having a talk show live on ZimDI TV online. Tinenge tichibata nyaya dzemudzimba dzepabonde, marriages ari kuparara. Muri kuzviona kuti dzimba dzakawanda dziri kuparara. Very way, kupi kunyange ingava diaspora. So many things are happening. Tinenge tichitaura nyaya dzevanhu vasati vapinda mudzimba, tinenge tichitaura nyaya dzemasingle mothers. So please, you have to subscribe to ZimDI TV online. You are not going to be disappointed.
Fair, Pamamonya Ipapo. Yo, what up? My name is Aldrich. I'm going to be your host for Zim Dancehall Unstoppable every Wednesday live on ZimDI TV. Subscribe, like, share, and make sure not to miss an episode because we're bringing the best of the best in Zim Dancehall as we get deep down and personal. See you on Wednesday.
Television, high definition.
And I'll be producing and presenting the exciting program On The Set. In this program, we get to talk to the who is who from the celebrities all around Zimbabwe and abroad. We aim to bridge the gap between celebrities and their fans and unveil an in-depth understanding of what makes them tick. Be sure to join us. My name is Carol and I'll be producing and presenting the exciting program On The Set. In this program, we get to talk to the who is who from the celebrities all around Zimbabwe and abroad. We aim to bridge the gap between celebrities and their fans and unveil an in-depth understanding of what makes them tick. Be sure to join us. My name is Carol.
Well, so this is the last segment on our program Talking Technology. I believe that whatever we discussed, up to this point has helped you in some way to safeguard your information, yourself as well as those around you, from the many dangers that are associated with social media. Social media is actually meant to be fun, to be enjoyed, but at some point it can be a real source of danger, a real source of, discomfort for many. But we just want to make it as funny as possible. So I'm going to give you the last point, which is delete all those old and unused social media accounts. I've seen accounts of people that have died. They are still active on social media, on Facebook, some on Twitter, accounts. I'm not saying the dead person should come back and delete their accounts, but if you are close, if you are a spouse, at least when your husband died, close their account. At least it won't get, abused. If you are a friend and your friend passed on, perhaps you had that privilege to share, the passwords or the whatever information is required. At least if you can get it closed. closed. I believe even with Facebook and Twitter, you can make a report and say, can you close this account for such and such a reason? So it's very possible, it's practical as well, because we need to protect each other and those around us. So close, don't close all unused social media platforms. Now, I'll just conclude with a bit of a summary of what we discussed today. But most importantly, the most important thing is think before you post. Think first before you post. It's just like thinking before you speak. Whether you are typing or whether you are speaking audibly, whatever you are relaying to those who are listening or watching is information. It means something about you. It tells them a lot about your life, about your private life, your personal life, where you grew up, what you love to do, how you spend your time, etc. etc. So whatever you are posting on social media, think first. Don't just rush to post stuff on Facebook. Don't rush to post stuff on Twitter, stuff that you even regret yourself as the originator. So be careful what you post, but think first before you post. Some of us, we rush to tag people on Facebook when we hear some news. Exciting, it's exciting. You see, that's the danger with social media. When issues are passed from one person to the other on Twitter or on Facebook or on WhatsApp, we hardly have time to sit down and think, how genuine is this information? How authentic is this information? We hear about posts, posts regarding vacancies at some organization, and we rush to forward to our relatives who are sitting at home, who are looking for jobs, and the next thing they are, borrowing money to travel all the way from Mtoko to Harare, or all the way from Chipinge to Harare to go and look to submit application forms because they found the advertisement on social media. But it was a false advert. So we need to make sure whatever we are posting, we are sharing, let's make sure it is genuine and authentic. If you receive any false or suspicious, messages in your inbox, at least if it's coming from an organization that is well known, for example, let's say it's Coca-Cola, that you need to write somebody at Coca-Cola, ask them, are you running this program, before you forward to your loved ones. So it's very important for us to sit down first and think before we post. Think before we forward. Even think before we comment. People rush to comment about things. Somebody posts something about themselves or about their wife, and you all rush to comment, oh, this is bad, or this is such and such. But you discover a day or so later that whatever was posted was actually false. And then also adjust your privacy settings. This is very important. We talked about it. Adjust your privacy settings. Make sure you know when you post something, you actually meant to post it. And when you post something, it is going to reach people that you meant for it to reach. You don't need to wake up tomorrow, you find your photo. You didn't want your photo when you were bald-headed to be that public, but you see it trending tomorrow just because somebody picked it off your social media page and they loved it so much they began to make fun of it and they spread it all over. Think about how the issue of Mbudzi's became such a hit overnight. It's not that maybe because people didn't understand what the minister responsible was actually talking about, but somebody they took the joke, all of it as a joke, and they spread it and it became like news. It's not always right that people have to come out in the media to respond to false information that will be spread through you on social media. So be a responsible citizen, be a responsible wherever you are, whether you are here in Zimbabwe or you are abroad, be responsible of what you are posting on social media. So you need to make sure that you adjust your privacy settings. What you intend to share with those who are close to you should go to those who are close to you. And what you want the public or the whole world to know about, let the world know about it. And then also the other issue is, as I close, go private. Think about if you really need your Instagram or your Twitter account. Do you really need to be on Instagram? If you don't need to be on Instagram, don't be on Instagram. If you don't really need to be on Twitter, don't be on Twitter. If it doesn't work for you, don't go there. It's very important for you to make a decision on what really works for you. And when you join a particular social media platform, do so with knowledge, do so with understanding, and do so as a decision that you are making personally, because you know the consequences of what would happen if you post something correctly or if you do it wrongly. Okay, I think I'm done for now. I want to thank you again for having joined us. But before I go, I just want to give you good news. Tomorrow, we will have a Chihera special. That's Elizabeth Chengeta. She will be hosting Albert Nyati. That's tomorrow at 4 p.m. The program is called Reconnection. We reconnect with those of you who are abroad, who are spread across the globe. We know we have done a good job of representing Zimbabwe in the diaspora, wherever you are. So join Chihera Special tomorrow at 4 p.m. on that program, Reconnection. And reconnect with those who are at home and enjoy the show with Albert Nyati tomorrow. We also have on Saturday, we have Amai Gunguo. She will be a guest on a program that we have here. We stream also live here. The name of the program is On the Set. So the popular Amai Gunguo, you all know her. Don't miss the show. That will be at 12 on Saturday. So from myself, Justin Matlatla, and the team, the ZimDI TV team here in Harare, Zimbabwe, we want to say we love you. Bye-bye. Join us next time. God bless you.
Has been powered by ZimDI TV News, a division of Sly Media Productions, specialists in social media streaming and in-house TV productions. This livecast has been powered by ZimDI TV News, a division of Sly Media Productions, specialists in social media streaming and in-house TV productions.